Welcome everyone to the World Stone Keep episode 21. We're doing another live concept art show this week, and we have a lot more viewers than last time, probably due to Batshock's blue post on the live show mention on the official Battle.net forums. Yeah, I mentioned I had the last live show video, episode 20, uploaded to YouTube. I made a video out of that with all the artwork we talked about, so you got the images in high res there as we're talking about them. So it requires no effort on your part. You can just sit back, watch, and enjoy. This show is going to be very similar to the last one. We got 4 images from email, 2 we just got today, and then we got about 14, I think, pieces of concept art we're going to try and get through, but we'll see how well that goes and how many we can get through tonight. With me on the show, Dan, Ken, and Jordan. As always, no lore, no news, just concept art and interacting with the community. So, let's get into it. Introductions. Everybody say something so we know your sweet and sexy voices.
Yo. I'm not sure what to make of that.
Dan, did we lose Dan? We always lose Dan.
No, I'm right here. I'm trying to decide what to say, and honestly, all that's coming to mind right now is that someone linked me on Facebook a video of a lady smashing beer cans with her boobs.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, that lady's like an owner of a strip club or something like that.
Something like that.
Wasn't it on like Howard Stern? I don't know.
So there is my completely inane introduction to myself.
Thank you for that tidbit.
It's interesting. The last YouTube video someone linked me, it was to that kid getting body slammed.
What kid? Body slammed?
There were 2 kids fighting, right? So this smaller kid picks a fight with this larger kid, right? He's like hitting him in the face and whatnot. This bigger kid just picks him up and body slams him on the concrete.
Damn.
It was the craziest thing I've ever seen on YouTube.
All right, I got that first bit of concept art up there for everybody to see. This is one of the ones from the email. It's actually a screenshot, and I believe it is the Demon Hunter. We got a Demon Hunter last time that we talked about. This one's much more action-oriented. There's a lot of stuff going on. Looks like a vessel's blowing up there, shooting multi-shot over there, some gold dropping at more vessels / acolytes. We got an Iron Maiden chilling out there, and it looks like a cauldron full of guts down there in the corner.
Oh yeah, you can see it there.
Big bucket of guts. Some dead quill rats. This is a dungeon we've seen before. Nothing really too special, just a cool action shot, though.
Yeah, mostly the same old. I do like how if you actually zoom in on the multi-shot, you can actually see the arrowhead tips.
Yes, cool little details like that always get me excited. Excited! Dude, that new multi-shot looks so cool.
Yeah, it does.
It's awesome. Like how she starts off being able to hit like more than one thing.
Yeah, rather than
so
eventually
in
moving
Diablo
on
2.
to capping out at 20 arrows.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder how multi-shot will work in that facet of the game, because, remember how it was in D2? You first started out and you started firing multi-shot and you're like, oh, well, this is kind of lame right off the bat. I got a couple arrow splits? Well, that's alright. Then by the end of it, you're like, yeah, I blanket the screen. Like an army.
Overpowered. Dude, cow level with multi-shot back in the day was the shit.
See, it would be super overpowered if more than one arrow could hit something. But since it can't, it's just like, well, really awesome splash damage, but that's about all it is.
Well, combine it with knockback. And you just round up a herd of cows, mow them down.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the way to do it.
Kligaz. Slow and knockback. On one of the lowest level set items in the game. That's pretty epic.
Next shot we got is from our old friend Brahm. We had one of his images on the last show too. This one is of the vessel, and it looks very similar to the concept art picture by a different artist. But this one's actually by Brahm, all colored and beautiful, and it's high-res beauty. Very cool shot.
And not to mention, if you look at the placement of his foot there, you can tell he's not exactly standing in a normal fashion. It's kind of going a little bit airborne here. The flames of the transition, that bit erupting out of his shoulder, the left arm looking very reminiscent of that claw in the Sin Wars description. So, yeah, very cool stuff.
Awesome picture. The only thing I don't like about it is his face. Maybe the facial expression.
He looks, almost piggish to me. I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't look very intimidating.
He looks pretty messed up. I would not want to be that guy, though. I'll tell you that right now. And it's also really interesting you looking at his torso. His stomach actually sinks in,
Yeah,
kind of an unusual fashion.
dude, those guys are so badass looking. I think those are gonna be my favorite ones to fight.
The only thing that I really can't tell from this picture, at first really, is you're going, okay, it's a wizard. Is it male or female?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too. I
And
was trying to
I
figure-
want to say it's female just because I don't see the hair tie effect that you generally see with the male one.
So I was going to say male, but I don't really have a whole lot of good backup for why I think it's the male one. I don't know. Hard to
Like I say,
tell because all of the examples really have the helmet.
Well, not all of them. If you pull up that other screenshot that's actually on our list here, you can see a male wizard right there, and you can kind of see his hair is tied up at the top. So I'm thinking that's kind of the definitive difference as far as if you're looking from the back and they don't have a helmet. But at the same time, if you look really closely on this image, the character actually does have a helmet on. It's just more or less like a tiara or something along those lines. So I think it would kind of reiterate it's a female.
I think the male wizard would look quite smashing in a little silver tiara with some diamonds and maybe a couple sapphires and he'd be the prettiest princess at the ball.
And this is exactly why I'll probably mostly be playing my male monk, because he just wouldn't pull off the tiara look all that smashingly.
He could wear a tiara on his beard. He's got that big bushy beard.
Hey, he can wear anything on his beard and it would look epic.
All right, next image we're talking about, which we're already discussing here, is another one of the screenshots we got from Bashiok. We got this one today, actually. Male or female wizard?
Definitely male.
I don't know. What's that spell he's casting? Is that like that slow missile bubble thing going on?
Yeah, that's just an arcane orb. It's just exploded there.
Good old arcane orb.
Against an unburied and some zombies. Wow, those zombies are nasty. Zooming in on those are gross.
The blood gushing seemingly upward.
It looks to be there's a bunch of zombie bits over there to the right. I see it.
Oh yeah. You can see a head with a face.
Oh, nasty. That's rad.
Maybe some... I'm not even sure. They just look like gobs of flesh. Like you just took a chunk out of someone's stomach and threw it across the wall.
Another barrel full of guts, too. Dude. I want to play already.
Yeah.
Is Diablo 3 out yet? Oh, wait, that's Ken's line.
Well, I think everyone's going to steal Ken's line if this continues on. People I know that don't follow the game, they're like, so, when's it coming out?
Wish we could tell you, but we don't know. I have a feeling, though, they're getting ready to drop a big info bomb on us, since things have kind of been calm and quiet on the home front.
Oh, right around May, if nothing else.
Yeah, right. We got that conference call coming up, which they said they're going to announce the beta. So, we'll see if they wait till then or announce it before. Next picture we got is also one we got today, and it is a concept art for Spear Goatmen. And they're two-headed, which is awesome. I noticed that when I pulled up the high-res. I was like, no way! We've seen one-headed. Oh, it looks like he got 4 arms, too.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Now, I was looking at this one a little earlier today, and I'm actually thinking, I don't know if this is true or not, obviously, but I kind of got the impression that this might be some concept art for a mini boss or a boss, like, this might be the head goat demon dude.
Right. Yeah, I could see that, definitely.
I mean, he's got a lot of weapons that, ordinarily you don't see that many regular mobs decked out. You've got a big hand coming up, reaching for more spears out of his big sack there. You've got 2 arms down at the base, one with a big spear, another one with a big spear. He's got some metal bracer type effect on one of his skinny arms.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that really, really abnormal waist, you almost wonder if he's some kind of undead creature of
Yeah,
some
it
sort at
definitely
first.
looks undead. There's the bones. It's falling apart. There's a lot of jagged bones, a lot of jagged edges coming off of it. So I'm looking forward to it. And I don't know, it's so much different than the regular goat demons that I really am hoping that this is special. And we have seen goat demons already, the DL version of them,
Right.
and they're fairly normal for goat men. So I think this is going to be something special. I'm thinking this guy's going to be like World Breaker, and he's going to mess our faces up.
Yeah, definitely. Two heads are better than one, and I mean, same one mob using two heads to fight, you can make for some interesting battle tactics.
Yeah, I always love the throwbacks to older games. Ready, Master. I'm not ready.
What are you talking about?
Oh, back in Warcraft 2, two-headed ogres. Whenever you clicked on
Oh,
them,
yeah.
each head spoke to you.
I remember those guys.
Well, and the funny thing,
Loved Warcraft 2.
the thing that I always loved about the ogres was that when you upgraded them from regular ogres to ogre magi, they had a personality change. All of the sound bites for the regular two-headed ogre was each head arguing. So it's I'm ready, I'm not ready. But then once they became ogre magi, they got like this IQ upgrade, and suddenly they're in harmony with each other, and that's why they're really gonna take you down now.
And they got those cool tribal tattoo effect over the body as soon as you get the upgrade. I think what I liked most about the ogres in Warcraft 2 as opposed to all the variants that came after, you look at an ogre in Warcraft 3 and they carry clubs and whatnot. No, in Warcraft 2 they literally walked up and punched you to death. It's like, yeah, I've got a huge glove here. I'm just gonna smack the crap out of you.
Now we're getting back into the actual concept art on the Diablo website. Those 4 images were just through emails, and they're the ones they release on the Blizzard Facebook once we hit the milestones. But the next shot we got looks to be, I'm not sure where this is. It doesn't look like Chaldeum. Perhaps around the same area, but I really
Yeah,
have
it
no
looks
idea.
like the outskirts
yeah.
because
No, that's exactly what I was going to say, is that I think this is the outskirts, the slums of Chaldeum. We were looking at the palatial areas earlier, and this is more on the edge of town. This is the poor place. This is the market district, and we've got a couple more coming up that look to be extensions of this. It might be a different place, but I kind of think this is just sort of the edges of Chaldeum.
That makes sense, definitely.
it makes sense to me not only because of the color tempo, but you can also tell from the way that the level is very uneven, very jagged, very out of place, that you could just imagine it on the cliffside, that's down below the main drag of Chaldeum. I don't know, you can kind of see some kind of water system in the background, some tropical looking flowers over there in the middle
Right.
that
Now,
certainly wouldn't be indicative of cold.
At the same time, on the Diablo 3 website, under World, there's an area called Borderlands, which we haven't really talked much about before. And there's not a whole lot of concept art there, but there is one down at the bottom where we see these tent-like canopies on some buildings in the distance. So this might be the outskirts of Chaldeum. It might be Borderlands, and Borderlands might actually be the outskirts of Chaldeum.
Yeah. It's hard to say since there's not a whole lot of information to draw upon, but I think you nailed it. That's pretty much same thoughts I'd have on it.
Right. I'm bringing up the world map in a sec here. Chaldeum. I don't see Borderlands on here, on the world map.
It won't
If
be
you're-
listed on the world map because it's just it's that desert area just kind of near Chaldeum.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're going through the environment list on, exploring the Diablo 3 page, you should run into it that way. And I think it'll have its own music for that page and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, this definitely looks like Borderlands. I'm on the page now on Diablo3.com, and it looks to fit the style. It's got those red